Morning, gang. Just turn this around a little bit. Hope we're all having a good Monday morning. So we're going to get going with our full body workout for this Monday. So we're going to need a few weights in this. Again, we're going to do 6 exercises twice on this here. So round one, it's up to yourself whether you want a weight for your split squat. If you want one similar to your lunge, it's a fixed lunge. Round two, you will need something for a deadlift. If you don't want to do the deadlift, you can do the kettlebell swing. We're going to give the options for that. You will need something for your shoulder press on this. So whenever you're ready, we will get yourself warmed up. So just nice light on the toes, warm it up, get moving, and just fire up this Monday morning. Breathe that out. From there, just going to do a small jack. Just breathe that out, keep that moving. Take that round form back into the stride. Just nice and light. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Take it back into your jacks. And last time, let's go. On the toes, push that out. Pump that out, pump that out. Keep that working. And we'll speed it up again. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Plant feet, long circles. Back out the arms. Relax that, hands and hips, circle it around. And then we'll sit down in, knees out, just nice stretch through them hips. Relax that. We'll take it into the push-up position. So, you can elevate this as well onto a table or onto a chair. The push-up, full out round, stretch that back hip. We change. Just give a good stretch through them hips and change things up. One more. Down to your side. So the side line position from there, and then knees to the chest. We're just going to twist that waist. So we're not just moving the arm here, we're twisting the waist across so that we can get through that lower back and get a nice stretch through that lower back. 6 reps each side on this. We'll change that around, same thing other side. Knees to the chest, open it up, close it in. One more. And then feet on the floor, hips up, glute squeeze for 6 each leg on this. And then we'll bring that up. So, just grab a quick thing of water here before we get started. So again, round one, if you want, we can take it to all body weight, split squat. It's up to you whether you want to wait for your split squat or not. If you don't need one, don't use one. If you need to use the hand for balance, you can use the hand for balance on that. But we're going to kick off with press up on this round one. And then we're on the floor to a total body extension. So again, with your press up, that can be here. Just press that up and down. Core tight. It can be on a low table. It can be against the edge of the sofa. It can be on the floor. Up to you which way you want to do it, as long as you're keeping that technique of bending and extending from the elbows. So we're going to start with the press up, then we're back on the feet, we're going into a total body extension. We're going back onto the floor into a T plank, so we're going to keep it that the body's working up and down the whole way through. Keeps that heart rate going, keeps the calories burning. 3, 2, 1, press up, let's go. So nice bend, press. So as you progress in this, whenever you want to progress your press up, if you go to the toes or you go to a lower angle, if you're coming off the table, don't expect to do the same amount of reps that you were previously doing, because it's not going to happen. So progression means you need to work back up to the previous reps you were doing, because there's going to be more weight in the arms. So you don't expect to do the same amount of work. 5 seconds. And 10. So back up, total body extension. So you have 2 options here, the low impact or high impact. Your low impact movement as you swing to the toes, sit back. So you don't actually jump. Or you can add the jump in, sit back to the hips, add the jump, and sit back to the hips. Are you ready? Let's go. So pick the one that suits you best. So we're not looking for you to jump. If you're not able to jump, you just swing, sit, whichever suits from there. That's it. Nice and solid. Keep pushing. Keep on moving. One more. Plank. Keep plank. So you can do it off the feet or knees. So again, we can do it here as well. Where you just take that body and you're just going to do a nice rotation from a high position. Or we take it down to the floor and we work off the floor. So we tilt this down very slightly because I'm not sure if I'm in the shot on that. So push-up position, off the knees, hips low, core tight, twist up, and then we change. Same off the feet with feet wide. When you're ready, let's go. So you just rotate up through, we change it down, rotate up through, we change that down. So good T positions, we're getting into that side plank, we change, good T position, change, if it's difficult off the feet, go to the knees, nice rotation and change, nice rotation and change. If that's still difficult, you elevate the body off the table or chair or the sofa. So the higher the angle, the less pressure is going to be on the arms whenever we're doing movements like this. 5 seconds. We'll get one more in. And 10. We'll bring it up. So we're into our split squat. So again, if you're using a weight, we can start with that left leg forward, chest tall. If you're using the weight centered from here, you bend that knee and then you stand up. If this is difficult, put the hand on the thigh, go straight down, stand up, let's go. You can put the hands on the hips as well. But you want this leg doing the work. That front leg bends and extends. It bends down and extends back up again. That's it. Nice and solid. So this hand just gives you a little bit of balance where you're the weakest, where there's the most pressure at the bottom position to allow you to get back up. If you're tight in the hip, you may find this in this back hip. You may feel like this hip is burning more than this leg is working. All that means is that you're just tight in your hip flexor. You may need to do a little bit more work stretching that out. Time. That can come from just spending too much time sitting more than anything else. Reverse crunch. So you have two options here. The feet go to the floor. You pull knees to the chest, touch the floor. From here, touch. Or you can elevate, extend, out and up, depending on their strength. When you're ready, away we go. So if this doesn't suit the extension, you can just pull in the elevated from here. If that doesn't suit, touch the floor, pull in, touch the floor, pull in from there. So either position works as long as you're working your core and you're not feeling the back. And it doesn't feel like it's pulling you off the floor. Don't sit in your hands, keep your hands to your side. If you sit in the hands, it creates an arch in the lower back. And that instantly puts pressure on your lower back. And we don't want that. One more. And 10. And then from there, we're into, oh my god, a burpee. Already. So again, we can use the elevation here. So out, up from this here. You can do it off the sofa, or we can go the full movement to the floor. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Then extend, stand up from that. Nice and solid. Keep it working the whole way through. That's it. Keep working. 10 seconds. One more. Time. It's a short rest. We're going to repeat that again. The heart rate should be up now. You should be well warmed up for the second round of this. So one more round of this and then we're going to change your exercises. So again, press up to start. The movement is this. Elbow bend, extend, elbow bend, extend. It's bending, extending from those arms to work that chest, stretch right into the shoulders, get the triceps working the whole way through. So once you're ready, when we start high, to show you this technique. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So bend, extend, bend, extend. The whole way through. You're bending those elbows, straightening those arms, bending those elbows, straightening those arms. Keeping that working, body solid. That's it. Keep that moving, keep that moving. Ten seconds. Nice and solid. Bend and then push back. Keep the head up, don't duck the head. Do one more for luck. And time. Good. Total body extension. Again, from this here, you can either jump or don't jump. So we're going to show the non-jump now. Here we show the jump round one. When you're ready, let's go. So hips and hands go back, you extend up. So really concentrate on that reach up. When you're not jumping, try and get a bit of speed. What we don't want to do is just arch your back. We're not looking for that. We're looking just to stand up straight. As you stand up, squeeze your butt to protect the back so you don't hyperextend. And then up. Keep moving. Nice reach. Up and down. Solid position. Keep driving. We got 5 seconds. Let's go. One more. Time. T plank or T push up. I'll show the elevated one for you. And again, if even the elevated is too much, what you can do is just use it as a mobility exercise and just reach to each side. You will get that rotation through the waist. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice reach up, control. Nice reach up, control. Nice rotation, keep that working. Twist that through. Rotate that waist. That's good, guys. So again here, this is as much pressure. If the press was difficult and you have to elevate it, then you should probably do this at the same, because the arms are still working in that support position. 5 seconds. And what happens to people is they can't support the press up when they're on the floor doing this, they tend to be down here. Time. And we don't want that. We want you to have pressure through that core, as in the core's working, and also working through that body to get that nice rotation into the side plank. Split squat, we're going to do the opposite side of the body. So bend the opposite knee. So if you did left leg last time, we're doing right leg this time. And let's go. So again, we're bending down. Then we push up straight. We bend down. We push up straight out of that. Good deep bend position. Stand up straight. Good deep bend. Stand up straight, nice and tall, and then bend back down and from there. Keep that moving. Keep working. Just keep that deep bend. Last 10. Use a hand if you need it. If you don't need it, here, I'm just showing that basic position. If you've got a weight, lock it up. But this leg is always doing the work. One more. Time. So reverse crunch. Again, if the reverse crunch doesn't suit at all, you can go back into a basic sit-up or just a hollow hold to end up building up the strength through those muscles, and just hold here. Because then you can control the distance out and in to work this. So I'll show you this now. Reverse crunch. Again, you've got here or we've got here, depending. I'll show a hollow hold if anybody wants to join in. You're ready? Let's go. So it's here. Shoulders are up, chin's tucked, arms are stretched, 90 degrees. The reason we're at 90 degrees is this is going to add pressure through that abdominal. Pull in and release pressure. We don't want to be down here. Keep the feet up. So then if we push away here, that increases the pressure on the core. The more you push away, the more pressure. What we don't want is to transfer it to the lower back. If your back arches too much, more than a finger distance, pull it back in. And hold. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And time. Good. So then burpee to finish the round. That's the first one done. And we will change the exercises. Once you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So squat, extend, in, stand up. Squat, extend, in, stand up out of that. If you're using a small table, make sure it's jammed against the wall and that it's stable. in order to do this, and then you just put your hands on the table, each stand. I'm not going to do too much because this is neither against the wall nor stable, but this is the idea of the movement. So it takes the distance away from the floor. The biggest difficulty with people with the burpee is getting to the floor. So having a small box, small table, or using your hands on the seat of the sofa or the seat of a chair will relieve that distance and allow you to keep that movement going. Time. Hold on. Do this back in. So that small tweak there makes it that you can keep up with the exercise without having to get that distance to the floor, which a lot of people tend to struggle with, where they go down but they end up here and then they can't get on down to the floor. So having something there to bridge that gap allows you to do the movement without putting pressure where it doesn't need to be. Now, so next squat. Kettlebell swing or deadlift and shoulder press, what we need weight for. So we're going to go into, a prisoner squat, so just hands behind the head and into that deep squat position, down, back up. After that we're into your jumping jacks, just out and down nice and light. After that we're down to your sit-up. After that we're up into a kettlebell swing or your deadlift depending on your strength. After that we've got shoulder press, and then after that we've got bicycle crunch to work that core again. We're going to start with the prisoner squat. Again, you can use the chair or you can use the small table again for this. So when we pull this out, you just touch from this here. So it gives you a distance again, so that you're bending your knees at an equal distance each time. The issue people have with the squat, especially the prisoner, is they end up doing this. You're not working the legs, or they do this small bend. We want to get you down so that you're working that full leg. So I'm going to show you this here the whole way through. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, head and chest up, bend, stand up, bend, stand up. Keep that moving. Nice and tall, bend the knees, stand up strong. Bend the knees, stand up strong. Try not to slouch, just keep that movement solid. Nice push, keep working. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. So this is working the legs each time because you've got the same distance each time that we're sitting down into it, which means that you're not cheating on any reps. Time. So you get the same work every time you do that movement. We're taking that into jumping jacks. So you've got your low impact or we've got high impact. When you're ready, up we go. So you've got a high impact jack here. We've got your low impact jack here. But both of them, we're just going for that cardio. If the lateral movement doesn't suit at all, just get it up here and get the heart rate up with that. But we're just breathing and working the whole way through it. Keep that body moving solid. That's it. Push that out, push that out, push that out. Last 5, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're moving down into our sit-up, and then we're coming up into either deadlift or kettlebell swing. So given with the sit-up, a couple of options. You can either just have the knees bent, flex up, control, or you can have the legs elevated and push to here. You can add weight to that also as long as you don't start changing the movement by using the arms. So when you're ready, let's go. So this is basic. Flex and extend. This is taking you a bit higher. Flex and extend from here. Nice and solid. Come on. Halfway. If this gets too difficult, go back to here. There's always options, guys. You can support the head also, as long as you don't pull the neck. If you start to feel the head, what we don't want is this, where you're just pulling your head up and down, you're not actually working that core. The core needs to move. And time. So deadlift or kettlebell swing. Both of them are hip movement. So this is what we want when we're doing them. So the movement of both. The deadlift movement is hips go back, hips come up. Out of that, the kettlebell movement is hips go back, hips come up. But we start with the swing. Kettlebell is a ballistic movement. It can put more pressure on the back. If you have back issues, do the deadlift instead of the swing. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So hips, up and squeeze. So I'm standing up dead straight, I'm squeezing the glutes, I'm throwing the bell forward as we do it. Nice sit back, nice stand up. From here. Next round I'll show the deadlift. Just so that we're not cutting too much for people that aren't able to do it, and just to refresh that technique. We're at 10 seconds. So we'll get 5 of these in. Squeeze. One more. Slow it down. And 10. Good. From there we are into our shoulder press. So again, you can split your stance if you want. If you normally feel the back in this here, one leg forward, one leg back, you press up, control down, or you just keep it to that neutral position. When you're ready, and let's go. So something small, for weight, that you can use the whole way through it. Breathe and push. That's it, guys. Nice and solid. And time. And then bicycle crunch to finish the round. So we're taking that down. From there, hands to the temples. Lift up, control. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up and control, up and control. Shoulders come across. So I'm touching the floor and I'm lifting my shoulder. The reason for that is that a lot of times when people lift, they start this sort of thing here, where it's just arms and legs moving, and we're not actually working the core. If arms and legs are elevated, it's a full extension, full lift of the shoulder, slow and controlled. From here, for most people, hitting the floor allows that balance to be able to do that properly. 5 seconds. And time. Grab a drink. We've got one to go. One more to go, and that is us. Just nice and light. Breathe that down, and we'll get ourselves ready to go again. So one more to go. Again, we're going to start with our prisoner squat. So I'm going to show it without the table this time. We're just trying to get that depth, and we're concentrating on sitting down again. So if you did it the first time, you needed that chair, you needed the table. Use it if you need it. If you don't need it, just make sure that you're not pulling yourself forward. You should always be able to see forward the whole way through. If you're looking down, people tend to lean, and then it's taking pressure onto the back where it doesn't need to be. So last round. So we're starting with a prisoner squat, and then we're moving into our jumping jacks after that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sit down to it, stand up. Sit down, stand up. Head and chest up. Keep moving. So, again, it's this deep bend from here. If that doesn't suit, hands out, that angle from here, so we can sit down, stand up. Same here, we're sitting down, standing up. We're concentrating on the hips moving. 5 seconds. This here can counterbalance if we need. One more. Time. So jumping jack, high or low impact. When you're ready, let's go. So low impact is here. You can still do it for speed. Pushing each time with that small side step. Breathe and push. Nice and solid. Come on. Just breathe that out, move that out, keep that moving. Come on, nice and light. Come on, come on, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 10 seconds. Let's go. And this will get the heart rate up exactly the same if you're not able to do the high impact. 5 seconds. Or sprint it out. 3, 2, 1. Sit-ups. I'll take that down. So again, depending on your core, flex it. Knees can be down, knees can be up. Support the head as long as you're not pulling the neck, whatever suits. When you're ready, let's go. The chin is always forward, and the shoulders are always moving up and down. That small lift and lower from here. Or it's just lift and lower. This obviously, because the legs are now getting supported by the abdominals to keep them stable. This will put more pressure on from that reach, but you don't want them way in here. So sometimes people pull them in, they're nearly arched. You want them here so that they're adding pressure, and you really have to reach up to them. You can touch behind if you want to really add pressure to the core. 5 seconds. And time. The main thing is that you're keeping the technique throughout for each exercise. So we're moving into that deadlift. Whenever you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hips and hands go back, stand up, glute squeeze. Sit back, stand up, glute squeeze. Nice and light, chest tall, hips in, squeeze the glutes, sit back out of that. Just keep that moving, keep that moving. That's good. We'll get one more in. And time. We'll bring it up. We're going into our shoulder press, second last exercise. 3, 2, 1. Press it up, control. Press it up, control. Keep that moving. Shoulders tucked back. Chest tall. Drive strong. Keep it pushing from here. That's it, guys. Come on. 5 seconds. That's 1. And 10. Just going to set this down in my way. And then bicycle crunch to finish. So again, feet can be on the floor or elevated. Just make sure if you're elevated, you're not doing this just elbows and knees movement that people would have tended to do in the past. We're trying to work that core properly. Are you ready? And last one. Let's go. Squeeze. Squeeze. Nice and solid. Drag that up, drag that up. Come on. Last 10 seconds. So I'm doing a small march here, but every time I lift my shoulder, I'm tensing my core. And I can really get that from working in through those obliques. Every time I lift, you can feel that on here. That's 1. And time. We'll bring it up. Grab a drink. And we will stretch you out. So, whenever you're ready. Small drink of water, guys, and we'll stretch you out. Monday done. Plenty in that for you. So we'll just reach that up and back. Hands to the side, reach across. Same thing over side, reach across. Back to center. We'll bring it down and stretch back. It's good. Round the front. Push the shoulders forward. Arm across the body. Just pull that through. Just get from the tricep into that shoulder, into the back muscles. Same thing over side. Pull that through. And then around the back. Roll the shoulders back. Push away. Like that. Your foot up, knees together. Straighten that up and push that out. We'll change side, same thing. Relax that down. Leg it straight, keep it out in front. And then just sit back very slightly. That front leg is straight to get the hamstring. And we will change sides. Small step forward, sit back into the hip. We'll bring that up, and then just big step back, pelvic tilt, sink into the stretch. And we will change, sink into the stretch. And that is it. Well done, guys. Monday done. Have a good one. We'll be back on tomorrow for your cardio and core. It was a sweaty one.